friends, we all know that there are 7 wonders in the world, but it won't be wrong to say that now we have 8th wonder in the form of AI. Also, unlike other wonders, this is constantly evolving. It's dynamic. It's evolving every single day, every single hour, every single minute, unlike other wonders. So it's very important for all of us to stay updated on what's happening in this domain. So if you are someone who is curious like me and want to explore this fascinating and wonderful world of artificial intelligence, then don't forget to join me on my first ever YouTube live on 16th of December, 11 a.m. As I always say, stay updated, be future ready. Hello everyone and welcome to my first YouTube live session today, and I'm quite excited because this is my next stage of running this Sarika Speaks channel. I started this channel 2 years back and started with initial videos. Then I keep experimenting on this channel with interim. Initially I started with video of 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then I cut it down to maybe 5-minute snippets. And recently I also tried some of the shorts in the form of AI daily series. Hope you would take a look in the shorts section as well. And while working on this project, I would say, or while working on this channel, I have learned a lot, and as and when I am learning, I am improving, and hope you can see that. And the other thing is, my attempt always is like whatever knowledge I acquire through any of the sources or any of the research that I do, I would like to share it with my all viewers, whether you're a subscriber or a non-subscriber, doesn't matter, as long as this knowledge reaches to you and is helpful in some way, I'm happy about it. So let's begin with today's topic of the day, that's AI Wonderland. Now, why Wonderland? Because every single hour, as I mentioned in my trailer video, every single hour, every single minute, we are evolving, and wonderful applications, wonderful uniqueness, new features that we could see that this technology is bringing in front of us, and some of the things which we are not even imagining, but it's coming in front of us. So that's something is wonderful, definitely. So let's begin with today's topic, AI Wonderland, where imagination meets intelligence. And so moving ahead, let's look at agenda of today's session. So I'll give you a brief introduction because this is my first time interacting with all of you, and so introduction to banta hai. After that, then I'll take you, instead of starting from at a very high level, and I know there might be some people who might not be aware, why not start from a place where everyone is on the same page. So that's why I wanted to talk a little bit about stages of AI, so that accordingly we can connect to the next stages where we are reaching. Then I'll talk a lot about creative AI. Now, why did I choose this topic of AI Wonderland? Because one of the debatable point is that will AI take over our creative skills? Because so far it was like, okay, AI cannot think, AI doesn't have emotions, AI cannot create any creative things, but AI has surprised us by some of the applications which are creative. So in fact, if you look at this, if I want to go back, so if you look at this picture itself, so this picture is actually created by an AI application, and you will be thrilled to see that this is an Alice in Wonderland version of AI. So that's why I have kept this picture, and it's a theme across the presentation as well. We'll talk not only about painting but many more such applications in coming in coming slides. So let's get started. And so as I mentioned, I'll talk a little bit about creative AI, how it works. Then we'll also look at some, the technology stack behind it, and of course we'll talk a lot about its application. I never close my session without talking about ethics in AI, because I believe it's my moral duty to make people aware and pass on this message that whatever you build, it should be built ethically. And I have started a new section called as Did You Know, which will be part of all my YouTube live session. Now, Did You Know will not be directly connected with the topic of the presentation, but it will be some eye-opener facts about AI, which is good to know for all of you, so that you can stay updated and be future ready. So let's get started. So that's me. My name is Sarika Hussain, and I'm a transformation and continuous improvement manager and an AI practitioner myself. My this curiosity actually started during the pandemic period, and for a lot of people, pandemic time was quite scary. Fortunately, by God's grace, there were no health repercussions at my end, but I tried to utilize this time for some kind of a progress or self-development, and that's where my curiosity in AI actually started. And I completed couple of certifications like PGP AI for leaders from University of Texas and McCombs School of Business. I also completed an advanced level course, that's data science and machine learning, from MIT Institute for Data Systems and Society. So MIT is the place where AI was born. So coming right from the source, so this certification is very dear to me. Now, after acquiring these certifications, I thought, why not spread this knowledge? Because what I believe is we as a human have this responsibility also to pass on our knowledge to coming generation or to other brains, because you never know till what time you'll be able to memorize all this information, or how long you will be there to have this information. So it's always good to pass on this, so that someone who is listening actually takes this forward and work towards it. So that's why I started with that intention. I started this YouTube channel to spread this knowledge, and my attempt is more of simplifying this complex subject for everyone. So not just technical people, but even for non-technical people, I try to use as little as possible jargons while I do my presentations. So that's something I attempt. Make that deliberate attempt that to use as as less jargon as possible. Beyond that, then I have so far done 35 plus speaker sessions so far, some internally within my organization, some externally. I have done for my own college, I have done speaker sessions for Air Force team. I have been invited by Karnataka University for such sessions. I have been also invited in some of the summits as an AI speaker. So there are multiple area and scope where I see myself spreading this knowledge. This year I have been also fortunate by getting interviewed by NBC News channel directly from Washington, where the topic was on addressing bias against women in AI. So that's also something maybe I'll share ahead in the slide, maybe a glimpse of it. The other side of me, while we talk about bias against women, the other side of me is that I'm also passionate about women empowerment, and have launched Lean In Here India in 2020. This is Sheryl Sandberg's foundation, Lean In, with our own company called as Here Technologies. So that I was the network leader who helped in launching this within the organization. I have been also associated with some of the women's initiative network for more than 5+ years, and so on and so forth. So I keep doing this in this area as well. So let's look. Okay, I wanted to share this picture from the NBC News, a clip. It's not a footage, but then there is a video on my channel which covers this also. So that's one thing I wanted to share. So let's get started with stages of AI. This is the simplest slide. If you just read it, it's like narrow intelligence, general intelligence, super intelligence. The crux lies in understanding what each of these stages mean. Now, when I talk about narrow intelligence, it's also called as ANI, that's artificial narrow intelligence, which means weak AI. And don't be surprised if I say anything and everything that's happening today, while it gives us a wow factor, but each and everything that is happening at this moment is all narrow intelligence, because narrow intelligence talks about AI having a power only when a specific task is given to an AI agent and it performs. When it goes to the next stage, that's again a hypothetical stage, that's general intelligence, that's artificial general intelligence. Now this is a stage which the definition is that AI's intelligence will be at par with human intellectual. Now that's a hypothetical situation, because not all traits of human can be acquired by AI. So as of now, at least we believe this. However, there is a lot of debate on this, whether this is possible, not possible, but currently it's a hypothetical situation. One question that would come to your mind is like, now we have generative AI, so now we have reached general intelligence stage already, or almost touching it. So the answer to it is no, because even if it is called as generative AI, it is more of a generic task that it is able to do. It doesn't mean that it has reached the human intellectual. So keep that in mind. Moving to the next stage, now this is a beyond general intelligence, which talks about AI has superpowers and it overcomes human intellectual. Now this is another hypothetical situation, but again there are researchers and everyone believes in these stages of AI, and for us to look when we look at the progress of AI, this would be a good benchmark to look at where do we stand today. So currently, where are we? Narrow intelligence, that's weak AI. Now that you understand this, let's talk more about say creative artificial intelligence. This is another debatable part, that whether creative can AI be creative. Now the first thing is, what is creativity? If I have to say, then it's the use of imagination or original idea to create something new. So pay attention to these three words: imagination, original ideas, and something new. Now if I say that, okay, can AI imagine? The straightforward answer is no, because it cannot imagine. It's as simple as that. But when I say, can AI create original ideas, it's 50-50. The reason behind it, we need to go a step back and understand, how do we imagine or create or generate original ideas? We generate original ideas basis some connection of already existing ideas. So when you look at or for example, if there is a theme given to you, okay, this is a theme, generate ideas, what do? You try to connect that theme to all the things that are already existing and try to create a combination, or while thinking through, you get a spark of light and a new idea is generated. Can AI do that? Excuse me. Now, can AI do that? So answer is yes, it's possible, because AI can access, and it can do it much better than human, because it has a lot of data that it can go through, access it, and in fact AI will have more proof points and information to come up with much more original ideas which has not been repeated for ages. So that's the beauty of AI. So that's possible. Now, can AI create something new? Of course, because now we are at a stage, even if we are at a stage of narrow intelligence, at least AI has the capability of creating whatever you ask AI to create. So that's pretty much possible. So that is the reason, and this generating original ideas and creating something new, these are the features which AI has, which has made it possible for AI to be creative. And this entire thing is, for AI, if we have to look, creativity isn't power of imagination, but it's power of creation that AI has, and basis that it can create a lot of things, whether it is painting, writing, singing, creating, composing songs, and so on and so forth. So that's about creating. Now let's move to and understand the technology stack. How does this entire thing happen? Now this happens, first thing is, AI needs to understand the entire workflow of a designer or a writer or artist. So basically the idea is to augment the daily workflows of these people. How do they do it? How do they create design? Do they write it? Do they have points? How the ideas are generated. So some of these workflow, how do they create workflow? They need a paint, they need brush, they need this combination. A lot of parameters are there. So basically augmenting the daily workflows of these artists is one is the base idea. And how is this done? This is done based on the machine learning, your computational intelligence. This is a combination. So machine learning doesn't come alone when it comes to creative AI technology stack. Along with machine learning, you need computational intelligence, generative and procedural techniques, step by step how things are performed, and also focus on human computer interaction, because when you give a text and ask AI to actually create a painting, so this interaction is also part of it. So that's the entire technology stack here. Moving ahead, now let's look at and yes, this entire thing, deep learning is at the core of it, and especially neural networks. Now let's look one by one all the AI applications, creative ones. So first one that I want to talk about is MyHeritage. Now MyHeritage is a deep nostalgia. What it can do is it can actually animate the faces in your family photos. So if you have family photos, it can convert it into a kind of a retro look and things like that. So it makes it much more if there are older photos, it can be revived, and it comes it's quite admiring. The next one is Shelley. Now who is Shelley? Shelley is an MIT storyteller, but not a general storyteller, but it writes horror stories for Halloween and all. So basically for kids who enjoy horror stories, or even adults who are into all of these horror stories, so they can actually try out Shelley, and they can come up and they can read all of these stories if you are interested. By the way, I am out of this because I am not a fan of horror movies or horror stories. Let's move ahead. If you have heard of this brand called as Myntra, now Myntra has come up with altogether a different segment called as Moda Rapido Designs. Now this entire segment has all its design based on AI. So if you go to their site and take a look, you would see that most of the designs are very much close to their other designs, but at the same time this line of segment is doing much more profit, bringing in much more profit to them. The reason for that is it's not just design. Now because it is AI, it is also capable of understanding basis the data what is the latest trend in terms of in terms of the colors, what is the latest trend in terms of the fabric that is being used, and what kind of designs are nowadays in market which is selling. So based on this entire data, it comes up with an all inclusive kind of a design which allures all the buyers. So that's how it's making profit. Let's move to another one, that's Molly Robotics has Robot Chef. Now this chef is not a normal chef, but this chef is trained by top 5-star hotel chefs, and it has learned from them. So if you have Molly Robotics, this robot chef, then definitely every single day early in the morning, or maybe your entire day's meal will be like 5-star meal. So in future, hope to see this in each of your houses. Now while we're talking about creativity, we can't miss out on music, and now music is very close to my heart, so I want to talk much deeper on this topic. Now when it comes to music, composing is not the only thing, okay? So there are multiple things that can be done using AI. First thing is tagging and categorization. So there's a company called as Cyanide who does tagging and categorization of this song, what type of song this is, and it. So this entire tagging and categorization also is quite helpful in music industry, and also this is helpful for other AI application, because tagging is and labeling is the base data that is required for machine learning. So Cyanide is the company that's doing. Now once you have tagging, categorization, another thing, next application is similarity search. So if you have an audio piece and you want to find out that which were other songs which were similar to this, then this is where similarity search comes into play, and it can find all the related songs. And Universal Studios actually uses similarity search while they are working on music. Another one is, we all know, personalized music day in day out, whether you're walking or whether you're at gym or and you're listening to music. The personalized music is something coming very handy these days, basis what all songs you have listened to, and also which are the ones which you liked it, the ones which you skipped it doesn't come back to you. So Spotify, KKBox, Jukes, these are other personalized music options. Now music mastering, this is an interesting one which I got to know. I was not aware of this work that happens. So music mastering is, there are music masters in music industry whose job is actually to listen to that entire, and now these people are also masters in music. They understand the ragas and the tones and everything, and they listen to these songs over and over, and there is a detailed checklist against which they pass on comments and update it. So this is quite a comprehensive work which is being done by music masters, and there's a detailed checklist, as I mentioned, which gets updated. And imagine the amount of information this has, and so this is also an area which is time consuming right now, and takes a lot of effort for music masters to update for each and every song if they have to do it. So this is where again AI comes into picture, and it can do a lot of work, and it's learning music mastering. So this is another area where AI has jumped in. Last but not the least, music composition. IVA Technologies is one I am fan of. They are one of the tune On the Edge. So if you get time, please go to IVA Technologies, maybe YouTube channel or somewhere, and search for On the Edge, and the music piece is awesome. It's instrumental, but yeah, and you would find some more of it as well. So that's about all the applications that I was talking about on creative AI. Now let's wrap it up with ethics in AI. As I mentioned, it's my moral duty to tell you that whatever you build it ethically, and keep this always in mind, that whatever we are building, it's not biased as well. So you should always have a diverse team. You should always have the training data which is diverse, and which has good representation across. Only then you would, and the teams should be diverse, because everyone's perspective matters, and that's how things should be built. Now when we talk about ethics, now how will you understand, okay, this is the ones which we should put? Now for example, let's understand this picture. Now for example, you have come up with a laundry, maybe you or your organization has come up with a laundry list of all the AI applications that you want to implement within your organization. Perfect, very good. What you do next is you actually go ahead and then do a feasibility check, whether these applications are feasible basis the resources that you have or the infrastructure that you have, and you'll have a little bit cut off. So your list, which was a laundry list, will come down and to a shorter list. Now based on this shorter list, even if your organization is able to create these applications, it's always important for us to understand what can be done legally. Are you legally allowed to create these applications? Initially there were not many standards in AI, but now over a period, now we have a lot of guidance which is available in this area as well. So we need to check that and look at those guidance as well when we develop anything. So, and all the top shots, Amazon, Google, Facebook, IBM, Microsoft, so they have also joined together. They are becoming like this consortium is also doing a lot of work in the area of roboethics or ethics in AI that we call. So choose your battle cautiously. Now most important last section of today's video, this is not related directly to the topic of today's presentation, but definitely worth remembering some of the facts in AI. And today I'm here to show you some of the insights from McKinsey's report, which has come in October 23. Now the research that they have done, based on that, what they are giving us the economic potential of generative AI. So what is that? So as per that, this generative AI could add equivalent to 2.6 trillion to 4.4 trillion dollars annually. That's their estimation. The second thing they're talking about is like 70% of the value will be delivered from 3 to 4 segments. That's customer operations, marketing and sales, software engineering, and R&D. Now why customer operations? Because you have seen ChatGPT, so the chatbots will get more powerful, so that's where customer operations come in place. Marketing and sales, now we know that content can be created very easily, not only textual content but also visuals like flyers and other things can be created. The other another thing is software engineering. Why software engineering and R&D? Because now we have Now Gen AI also has an capability of generating codes, so that also has become simpler, so that has added to these areas. Another area where there will be a lot of impact on the will be lot of impact in terms of revenue is banking, high tech and life sciences. So these are the booming areas where Gen AI will be very helpful. Last but not least, what this research also says is that if today Gen AI is completely adopted, in that case 60 to 70% of employees' time that is spent can be taken up by Gen AI. So that's a scary thing, but don't worry, it's not happening today, but it's for us a food for thought for all of us, that okay, what is the work in my day-to-day life that I am doing and would currently get eliminated or taken over by Gen AI. So better you upgrade yourself, stay updated and be future ready. So with that, I would like to conclude today's presentation. Hope you liked today's this session. If you want more information, please let me know via your comments, and we'll be happy to support if anyone needs any other help as well. So thank you so much for joining today's this session. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel Sarika Speaks. Thank you and have a good day.